Good evening, PBA fans! To give us a hot dance number, please welcome the Sex Bomb Dancers!
Ang pagiging champion, hindi madali yan.
It's about putting in that extra effort, day in and day out. It's about staying focused, no matter how the chips fall.
Ilang buwan ka rin magtitiis ng parusa ng katawan.
While appreciating what you have and can have.
It's about never being content.
Because chances like these don't always fall on your lap.
Kailangan mong ibus ang lahat sa court.
Pero dapat may mahuhugot ka pa.
Dapat may tamang timpla ng kumpiyansa.
Sa isa't isa, dapat may sapat na pagtitiwala.
And just the right amount of love.
What it all boils down to is getting down to business.
Kalimutan mo na ang lahat. Ilabas mo na ang puso mo sa laban.
It's what we all fight for, no matter the cost.
Dahil wala nang sasarap pa sa tamis na tawagin kang
Champion.
4 days of waiting. We are now on the threshold of the start of the 2012 PBA Commissioners Cup Finals. But before we begin Game 1 of this best-of-7 title series between the two best teams in this second conference of the league's 37th season, let us first meet the protagonists. First, from your Bimeng Llamados.
Palongan, nakapisado po ang ating aksyon. Ibang-iba, ito si Mark Pintes. Patay na nga, ang Pinoy sa Kuraki. Siya, agad sa thread. Big game day, kumalap, may sinampak. Pintes, not giving up on the play.
In his third season in the pros, number 63, Mike Berkshire. From the province of Tarlac, number 6, Val Acuna. A former De La Salle Green Archer, number 19, Sherwin Gackel. Playing in his 10th season, number 4, Randy Rivas. The number 1 overall draft pick 10 years ago, number 95, Yancy Del Campo. The only rookie of this Llamados team, number 14, Mark Barroca. The most improved player 3 seasons ago, number 3, Jonas Villanueva. A starter in the coming All-Star game, number 7, the Rocket, JC Intal. BMEC's third leading scorer in the semifinals, standing at 6 feet, number 8, Peter June Simon. Also a starter for the first time in next month's All-Star game in Lawan City. Standing at 5'11", number 2, the Fireball, Josh Ulbistondo. The number 1 overall pick in the 2007 PBA draft, standing at 6'7", number 38, Joe DeVance. The leading contender for best import honors, standing at 6'10", number 21, Denzel Bowles. One of the league's best import stoppers and top local rebounders, standing at 6'3", number 50, Sakuragi Mark Ingris. And last but not the least, for the PBA the youngest player in the PBA today, who's only turning 23 next month, number 16, Tomboy Raymundo. A former USC Growling Tiger, number 98, Gilbert Lau. A bullet of the Sun Banner Red Lions, number 6, Bam Bam Gamalinda. The top overall pick in the 2009 annual draft, number 35, Japet Aguilar. The 2004-2005 PBA Rookie of the Year, number 40, Rich Alvarez. A consistent, hard-nosed defender and rebounder, number 4, Harvey Carey. Another former Rookie of the Year and one of 4 former Rookies of the Year at Talkatex, number 12, Larry Marshall. An all-defensive team member in 3 of the last 4 seasons, number 10, the Energizer, Ryan Reyes. One of only 2 rookies to lead this week to win All-Star Game MVP honors. Number 20, the Daredevil, Sharon Dillinger. Playing in his 14th season in the pros, number 34, the Mountain, Adelaide Heath. Last week's Player of the Week and Talkatex top local performer in the hard-earned semis win. Standing at 6'6", number 33, Ronnie Del Campo. The top rebounder in the recent season of the Chinese Basketball Association from the University of Florida, standing at 6'8", number 1, Donna Harvey. A former Rookie of the Year and Most Valuable Player, standing at 6'6", number 21, Machine Gun Kelly Williams. A 2-time home finals MVP and Most Improved Player last season, standing at 5'10", number 17, the Blur, Jason Castro. Last but not least, for the Toma Texans is the league's reigning Most Valuable Player, standing at 5'9", number 3, the Mighty Owls, Jimmy Alapad. Handling Talkatex is Sean Reyes. His assistants, Nash Rosella, Jamike Jerry, and Joshua Reyes. Team consultant, Norman Black. Team manager, Aboy Castro. Assistant team manager, Paul Rivera. Your Talkatex Proper Texters. To lead us with the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, from OPM's newest boy band on the rise. So, Freeport, ladies and gentlemen, Top Guava.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng wataw at mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwal, hati pagsintat, buwan, langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
And now may we request both teams to meet at center court for the traditional handshake. Now, let's get ready for Game 1 of this best-of-7 finals for the 2012 PBA Commissioner's Cup. Sanka PBA.
Sinong titira para sa Bimig? At ayun na ang sagot. Yap! Scoring on that jumper. Iniwan kay Mighty Mouse for a three. Bang! Mga MVP lumalabas dito sa Big Dome.
Coach Tito of the BMX Llamados, first time na madadala sa finals sa paglipat niya ng unan.
Si Coach Sean Reyes ng Talking Texas Talking Texas in another finals once again.
Always a tremendous challenge to go up against Short Reyes.
Alam na alam ng kanyang mga local teammates ang kakayahan nitong si Denzel Gold.
Army taking it down the gun of the defense.
Obo!
Stop by 6. Larry for 3. Yes, sir! PJ Simon for a 3.
Alam naman natin kung gaano kalakas itong kupunan ni Boss MVP.
Ang lagrong ito like any other game.
Magpapakitang gilas ang mga paborito mong basketball players sa PBA D-League Foundation Cup. Hapitan na ang bakbakan, paangasan sa hardcourt. Mapapraning ka sa dindi ng banggaan. Sino ang uubra sa Big League? Magkakasuotan na sa PBA D-League Foundation Cup. Dito sa Active on IBC 13, the official free TV broadcaster of the 2012 London Olympics.
Llamados are going to the final.
The dynasty in the making continues for the Trova Texans.
It'll be fun to go up against Short Reyes. It's always a tremendous challenge.
We're really good friends, but the playing court were bitterest of rivals.
Army taking it down the gun of the defense. Obo!
Denzel Bold, too big, too strong, 2 points.
Running down for a 3. Bang!
You think that personifies how important Mark Fingers is.
On a punt for a 3. Bang!
James Yap, hand up, so what? Action on both sides of the court.
Mainit na mainit ang action.
Banggaan, may palyaan, may tulakan. It's become very, very physical and very emotional. Isa itong Juarez Road.
TNT Nation, PMA Planet.
This is going to be big.
And the PBA fans have come out by the thousands para matungayan ang pagpabukas ng ating super showdown dito sa Commissioner's Cup. It is TNT Nation going up against BMEG Planet. Live na live mula dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. Ang ating reigning MVP na si Jimmy Alapag ay makakatambal ang kanilang import na si Donnell Harvey and the rest of their tropa sa kanilang pagdepensa ng kanilang corona, sa kanilang pagtapat naman dito sa batang-batang sina Denzel Bowles and the former two-time MVP James Yap. Talk and text, BMEG, saan ka? Kampihan na. It is the heavyweight pakpakan para sa inyong Commissioner's Cup. Hello everybody at live dito lang sa Active Mag-umarchon kasama si Dadine Genito Enson at ang ating special guest, a 5-time PBA champion coach, Coach Yeng Giao. Magandang gabi sa iyo, Coach.
Magandang gabi sa inyo at masaya ako, nandito na naman ako. I'd rather be playing but this is the next best thing. Ano?
Pero Dadine,
sobrang excited tayong tatlo, no? And not only tayong tatlo, kundi ang buong Sparta Araneta Coliseum because, mga kaibigan, ang tema pinili natin sa series ito, Redemption versus Retribution. Redemption for BMEG, Retribution for Talk and Text.
at sa dami ng hihimayin natin para sa matchup na ito, umpisa natin dun sa mga head coach. Abay, mga head coach na ito, tila Lord of the Rings. Napakaraming kampyonato na ang napag-hatian netong dalawang coach na ito. Coach Tim Cone ng BMEG Yamatos at Coach Chot Reyes ng Poketex Tropang Texters. Coach Tim, unahin natin nga pag-usapan, Coach Eng.
Ito, si Coach Tim Cone, palagay ko ito yung validation time for Coach Tim. Alam natin, kinailangan magpaalam siya sa Alaska team niya, no? At medyo nagka-problema siya yung first conference niya. Pero ngayon, bumabawi si Coach Tim Cone at gusto niyang patunayan dito na tama ang BMEG sa pagkuha sa kanya bilang head coach at tama din yung decision niya na magpaalam muna sa Alaska.
Para naman dito sa Talk and Text, Coach Chot Reyes, his 5th consecutive finals appearance.
Highly motivated dito si Coach yan. Alam natin, si Coach Chot Reyes, final season na sa PBA bilang head coach. Pagkatapos ito, he will become full-time executive director sa MVP Sports Foundation, of course, our national coach. So, ang mission dito ni Coach Chot Reyes, hindi lang manalo sa ating second conference, makakuha siya ng Grand Slam. Yung Grand Slam na hindi niya nakuha last season.
Bukod dun sa dalawang napaka-talented na coaches natin, yung mga magiging leader naman sa sahig, ang ating himayin, syempre, yung dalawang huling MVP ng inyong PBA, the Mighty Mouse, Jimmy Alapag kontra kay James Yap. Dadine, anong tingin mo dito?
Well, si Jimmy Alapag, alam naman natin, when it comes down to winning time, yan, dapat nasa kanya yung bola because he can facilitate, he can score. He's the reigning MVP dito sa ating conference. He's averaging over 10 points and close to 6 assists a game. Numbers of Jimmy Alapag went down in the semifinals. Gawa ng mga matchup problem. Alam natin si Jimmy Alapag has a diminished role now sa Talk and Text because pinoposehan siya yung mga kalaban niya who much bigger than him. But still, when it comes down to winning time, down the stretch, you want the ball in his hands.
Para naman dito sa BMEG, walang official captain ball to, Coach Eng. Pero ang tututukan natin dito ay yung tinatawag nilang big game James Yap.
Tama ka dyan, ano? Si James Yap, actually, the past few games, medyo yung offense niya wala sa dati. He's averaging around 13 to 14 points a game. But he's doing a lot more things other than offense, ano? James Yap still averaging around 41% from the three-point area. So, pagka may bola siya, you will still need to extend out on him and that opens up a lot of space for his teammates, no? Isa pa, si James Yap, anytime crisis situation for BMEG, he will handle the ball and he will make good decisions with the ball.
Nabanggit mo, doing a lot more of the other things bukod doon sa mga leader sa sahig. At tututukan din natin yung mga gumagawa ng intangibles para sa kanilang mga koponan. Yung Ironman na ating tinutugurian, etong si Mark Pingree, si Sakuragi kontra kay Machine Gun Kelly Williams. What a matchup this promises to be.
Alam mo, yung si Mark Pingris, ano? Napaka-importante niya dito sa BMEG. Noong una, nakita natin, nung na-eject siya doon sa laro, bumagsak yung laro ng BMEG, natalo sila doon sa game na yun, nung nasa semifinals. Napaka-importante. He stays in the game, he plays smart, he gives them the energy that they need. At ito, meron akong memory dito kay Mark Pingris eh. Nung nakalaban namin to minsan sa finals, siya yung finals MVP. So, hindi malayo mangyari ulit ngayon niya para kay Mark Pingris.
At sakit naman nun.
Okay. Ang tanong natin kaya dito kay Dadine Genito Enson, kaya bang tapatan ni Kelly Williams yung energy at yung inspiration na binibigay ni Ping?
Well, kung si Jimmy Alapag ang soul ng Talk and Text, si Kelly Williams naman ang puso. Because alam naman natin kung ano nangyari dun sa Balaco series. He got cut on the cheek. Tapos nagkaroon siya ng fractured cheekbone, 13 stitches to sew up the cut. but he came back like a wounded tiger. Si Kelly Williams, mga kaibigan, hindi lang po siya pumupuntos because he's averaging about 9 points a game. But ang ginagawa niya sa depensa, sa rebound, is exceptional. And Kelly Williams, he can't be an import defender. I don't know whether he can match up against Denzel Bowles, but he's certainly someone who can match up against Joe Devance, maybe even against a Mark Pickens.
Speaking of the imports, yan din ang ating pagbabanggain dito. Siyempre may Monster Bowls. Etong B-Meg Llamados, meron namang Donnell Harvey. Etong Talk and Text Tropang Texters Dadin. Sino ang mas importante na mag-perform para sa dalawang ito?
Palagay ko hindi naman sila magkakatapat. Except maybe down the stretch in very crucial games. Pero mga kaibigan, alam natin, both these imports mean so much, so significant in contributing to their team's success. Si Donnell Harvey is a 5-year NBA veteran, someone who has earned $2.7 million playing in the NBA. He's now playing in the PBA. Someone who also knows what NCAA championship action is all about. He played for the University of Florida varsity that went to the 1999-2000 NCAA finals. Donnell Harvey gives them inside presence. He gives them rebounding strength. He gives them defense. More than that, he complements his team.
Talagang hindi matatawaran yung experience na dinadala nito ni Donnell Harvey. Ang makakatapat niya dito, Coaching, batang-bata, 22 anyos, etong si Denzel.
Si Denzel Bowles, ako, ang tingin ko lang, sabi nila, leading contender for the Best Import Award. Pag nanalo sila ngayong gabi, no doubt, Denzel Bowles na siguro ang ating Best Import. 22 years old, napakabata, sabi mo nga, I think he's the better scorer more than si Harvey, although Harvey is the better rebounder. Pero ang maganda dito kay Denzel Bowles, meron siyang range. No? Kaya yung range niya siguro nakakatulong din to open up lanes. And he's also long, so he can still rebound and he can still defend.
Yan po ang tingin ng ating magkabilang coach dun sa lahat ng ating mga tututukan. Pero for more information, isali na natin ang ating mga courtside reporter. Umpisa natin kay Miss Sel Guevara with this report on BMEG.
Yes, Mugo, alam mo, mas gusto na ni James Yap na mababa ang kanyang numbers. Pero pasok naman sila sa finals. And the reason for that is because James is taking on a new role as a vocal leader na dapat lahat ng Llamados ay mag-contribute. And in return, ito namang si Coach Tim Cone na mismo ang nagsabi na his players like it when James does something good for the team other than scoring. Ngayon, mamayagpag kaya ang team effort ng Llamados. And for more on Talk and Text, punta naman tayo kay Nico Ramos with this report on Jimmy Alapag.
Sel, mabigat na balita ang hinarap nitong pamilyang Alapag over the course of these playoffs. Nabalita na natin the health scares to Jimmy's father and to his brother nung tinanong ko siya how he stays motivated, how he continues to lead despite this. Sabi niya sa akin, Nico, it was my brother who put it into perspective for me. He told me, Jimmy, a leader leads no matter what. At mahalaga daw na narinig si Jimmy na ang kailangan ng kanyang kupunan at ng kanyang pamilya ay the same thing for the Mighty Mouse to make them both proud. Para kay Jimmy Alapag, it's motivation, not a distraction. Magu?
Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Sel. Ang dami talagang side story na matututukan natin. Dito lang yan sa active 7-game series. We get a minimum of 4 in this Super Showdown. Pero ang tanong na lahat, ilang araw na naming pinagdedebate yan, nagpipitikan pa kami sa tenga ni Miko Halili. Datin, Coaching, sino nga ba ang Llamados sa matchup na to? Sino ang paborito? Is it the defending champions or the Llamados?
Sino ba sasagot niya? Ang hirap yata ng tanong na yan. Pero sige, ako na rin, Ako, parehas yan sa lahat. No? Pero tingin ko, merong mga maliliit na bagay na maaring magkaroon ng konting advantage itong BMEG Llamados. Unang-una, sa tingin ko, 5 times nang nasa finals itong Talk and Text. At ang tingin ko, baka hindi na sila ganun kagutom. Although sasabihin natin, talagang panalo. A win is a win. Championship is a championship. Pero I think the hunger factor is with BMEG. Number 2, bugbog itong itong Talk and Text. Galing sila doon sa isang mahabang series. In-extend sila ng Barangay Bull. Napaka-physical nung laro nila. They played in a lot more games. So yung bugbog factor, baka mas bugbog yung Talk and Text kaysa sa BMEG.
Pero pinamas gusto ko doon yung hunger factor galing sa coach ng Extra Rice Incorporated. Sa'yo naman, Datin, anong tingin mo?
Ano ang feeling ko dito? If it's a long series, pabor yan sa Talk and Text because I feel they have a deeper bench. But if it's a short series, baka masyak ng BMEG ang Talk and Text. Kung high scoring ang mga laro, kaya sa Talk and Text. Hanay mo ba, in the 10 wins of Talk and Text this conference, they have not scored less than 101 points. At alam naman natin ang BMEG is the league's number 1 defensive team, holding their opponents down to only 87 points a game. Kung low scoring ang mga laro, BMEG ang mananalo. Kung high scoring ang mga laro, Talk and Text ang mananalo. Long series, Talk Yamado. Short series, B-Meg ang Yamado.
So here we go, laban ng Sapula, Sapote, live mula dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. It is going to be the defending champion Tropan Texters taking on the B-Meg Llamados na kaputi. Itong Token Tex nakapula naman. Ang B-Meg Llamados, how important is it to set the tone? Sabi mo, Dadin, kailangan makabulaga ang B-Meg dito. Sino sa tingin mo makakakontrol kagad ng laro nito?
Importante dito, which team is able to dictate the pace. Meaning to say, kung anong style of play will happen. If it's a low-scoring, defense-oriented game, yan, papabol sa B-Meg. If it's a high-scoring, impactful game, papabol yan sa Token Tex. So, all depends now on how this game plays out. Control the board, very important. Sino makakadictate ng tempo.
Donel Harvey hindi na nagbalak makipaglaban doon sa jump ball dito kay Bulls, and Denzel Bulls scores the first 2 points ng ating finals dito sa Commissioner's Cup.
Ayun yung sinasabi natin. Denzel Bowles has a better face-up game and he's proving that right away dito sa umpisa pa lang.
Alapag mula sa kanto. Mintis para dito kay Mighty Mouse, kaso hindi na control ni Pink Chris. Yung bola, opening game jitters ng finals, may nakikita ba tayo?
Ako nakikita ko, no? Especially kay Mark Pinkness. He was all alone for the defensive rebound. Nalusutap pa siya.
Pero alam mo, sandali lang yan. Mga 2 to 3 minutes, pagka pinawisan na yan, mawawala na yung jitters. And they'll be able to settle down.
Big takbo lang, ano? Lalo na siguro dito sa Token Tex, Tropan Texters. Even here, for the 5th consecutive time, Kelly Williams from the perimeter. Less than a minute into the action, tabla tayo sa 2.
Coach Yang, nakita natin, extra possession right away for Token Tex. Kailangan nila makontrol yung offensive rebound. They get more extra possessions that way.
At mahalata mo dito yung style ng two teams, you know? Ito ang B-Meg, makikita mo, they're stepping down into the structured offense. Ito naman Token Tex kanina, napaka-loose yung offense nila, wala masyadong structure.
Given those styles sa opensa, gaano kabigat yung depensa papasok dito? B-Meg, nakarating dito mostly through their defense. Hindi pa naman talaga pulitong-pulito yung triangle.
Tama ka doon, yung triangle, siguro isang reason, nag-i-struggle pa si James Young sa scoring niya. Hindi pa siya masyadong set up sa triangle. Pero dito, may turnover na and transition points. And that's supposed to happen for Token Tex. Pero early on, nangyayari yan para sa B-Meg.
James Yap with that steal feeding Urbistondo on the run.
Again, nakita natin doon, yung defensive orientation ng B-Meg, nakakuha ng steal si James Yap against a much taller Jared Dillises, converting that turnover point.
In that line of thinking, depensa ka, kailanganin pa rin ng Token Tex, pero mas importante malamang to sa B-Meg because Token Tex can just outshoot you, di ba?
Exactly. Tama yun. Pero old coaches will tell you, pagdating ng finals, defense wins the championship. So, babagsak at babagsak sa depensahan.
As Kelly Williams is fouled by Urbistondo, no choice na dyan. Etong si Fireball, tutungo sa ating free throw line. Etong si Machine Gun.
Ito nakita natin ang ginawa ng Token Tex. Again, pinilisan nila yung laro para hindi makaset up yung formation ng defense ng B-Meg. As a result, nakakuha sila ng foul from B-Meg because hindi pa nakaset up yung kanilang depensa. Ano ang tawag ko dun sa depensa ng B-Meg? Bermuda Triangle. Meron silang triangle offense, meron naman silang Bermuda Triangle sa depensa because they suck in all those offensive plays ng Token Tex sa loob and then they let the defense take care of them.
Mintis pareho para dito kay Machine Gun. He shot 64% mula dyan sa free throw line noong semifinals. As we take a look at the teams list para dito sa Tropa.
Okay, for Token Tex, ang una-unang pag-uusapan natin, they tend to play the zone. Ang B-Meg, not really known to be a zone defensive playing team. But I think that's what Token Tex wants to do. Have them play the zone to open up the shooters for Token Tex. Number 2, stop to delay the execution of the half-court offense of B-Meg. And number 3, don't forget to run. Transition game, so important para sa Token Tex.
Yan ang tatlong puntong tututukan natin all night long para dito sa Token Tex Tropan Texters at Harvey. Gets those 2 points, tabla ang ating labanan.
Nagpakita ng face-up game din dito ng Donel Harvey. Pero ang nakikita kong magandang matchup dito for Token Tex, ito si Jared Villager is taking on Peter Jun Simon. At napaka-importante niyang matchup na yan. If you can stop Jun Simon, malaking bagay yan para sa B-Meg.
Pero that time around, iniwan ni Simon. Itong depensa ni Dillinger, walang tumulong. So lamang na naman ang B-Meg, 6-4.
Ano napansin din natin doon, no? In that particular offensive play ng B-Meg, si Kelly Williams ang dumidepensa sa import.
Nandito na Harvey, scampers for it. Open and back violation ng Token Tex sa pagkakataong yun.
So far, far yung turnover medyo pumapabor dito sa BMEG, no? Yung loose offense nga ng Token Tex is causing them some problems this early.
Again, subukan natin ang depensa dito ng Token Tex. Kelly Williams, yung pinanggit natin kanina, no, that he is also an import stopper going up against Denzel Bowles. That allows Donnell Harvey to go inside, matched up against Martin Gates.
Alapag looking to push. Para dito sa Token Tex, inabot na siya ng foul bago pa magkakaborla. Pangalawa yan para dito kay Urbis Tondo. 8:26 natitira pa sa ating opening quarter. Dillinger attacking James Yap. Miss sa kanyang layup.
So, pinupuntahan nila yung matchup na yun. Dillinger is taking on James Yap and hindi na siya nag-hesitate. Atakin talaga si James.
Gustong pagurin o kuhanan ng foul kagad. Ito sa big game. As Urbis Tondo is stopped on his tracks by Alapag. Turnover yan. Pabor sa tropang Texters.
Naman ang experience ni Ginny Alapag, shutting the door on Joshua Bistondo. Alapag realizing maganda ang game ni Joshua Bistondo in terms of dribble drive, especially down the baseline.
Kaya naman si Coach Tim Con, i-deploy na si Mark Barocas Reyes, all glass sa kanyang elbow jumper. Baroka papasok sa susunod natin dead ball situation. Sakuragi pumihit, up and in para dito kay Ping.
Binaliwala ni Mark Pinglish yung depensa ni Donnell Harvey in that situation.
Ganun lang, dinoble na ng BMEG ang production ng Token Tex. 8-4. Harvey dances through. Di nakasabay doon si Bowles.
Ito yung experience ni Donnell Harvey against Bowles. He's been attacking Bowles the last 2 times na nakakuha siya ng bola. So he's trying to get fouled. If you can't get fouled, you get the foul.
Pero ang tanong ko kay Coach Diego, yung pa pinapakita ngayon ni Donnell Harvey, he's powering his way inside. Certainly something that he will want to do against Denzel Bowles.
All series long siguro, Dean, makikita natin that he's going to be more aggressive on his offense. And nakikita naman niya, successful siya, and that will encourage him even more.
Sa harap ng libo-libong tao dito sa Smart Araneta, relax na relax no yung atake ng Harvey.
Coach Diego, what about yung sinabi ko kanina about perhaps Token Tex baiting BMEG to play the zone to open up shooters from the outside by getting the ball inside to Donnell Harvey?
Alam mo, it's so hard to bait itong si Coach Tim Coach to go into a full zone. But what you can do is they're going to drop and play a matchup zone. Parang lumulubog lang sila.
Okay.
Parang zona na rin. Pero you kick the ball out, they're back on the matchup. Parang mistisong zona lang. But para mag-zona siya, na totoong zona, yung free zone, napakahirap i-bait si Coach Tim Coach na gawin nila yun.
Ayun ang magandang panoorin kung mangyayari nga yung matchup zone na sinasabi ni Coach Yeng.
As the ball will remain with the BMEG Llamados. 4 consecutive points galing dito sa tropang Texters ties the game at 8. Ikatlong deadlock na ang ating game number 1. Baroka di diskarte para dito sa mga nakapula. Bowles sa poste. High post kontra kay Kelly. Kahanap ng diskarte. Gusto na niyang atpasan ngayon. Bowles picks up his dribble. Spins. Fades away. No good. Alapag para sa rebound. The Mighty Mouse. Stop and pop 3. Bang! That now is 7 unanswered galing dito sa TNT. Abante na sila ng tatlo. 11-8.
Alam mo, pagkalaban mo itong Token Tex, dalawang bagay kalaban mo talaga. It's the transition game and it's the 3-point shooting. Pag nag-explode pareho yan, ang hirap na rin ng Token Tex.
Delikado as Mark Pingris finally breaks the silence para dito sa Llamados. 4 na puntos para kay Ping.
Unselfish play by Denzel Bowles. Ang hinanap niya yung open man underneath.
Harvey looking to muscle his way through. Bitin yung tira. Hampakan para sa bola. Reyes nakapulot. He goes cross-court to Alapag. Alapag looking to take the rookie to school. The Mighty Mouse kicks it over. Reyes for 3. No go. Yap para sa rebound. James surveys the floor. Steps on the gas. Labas muna niya kay Ping yung bola. 14 na segundos pa sa shot clock na itong BMEG. James for 3. No go. Bowles looking to keep it alive. Sasalba niya yung bola to the wrong man. Ryan Reyes nakasalo na na si Dillinger. Nice pass from Reyes. Masyado nga lang mababa para dito kay Dillinger. That should lead us into our very first timeout. 5:16 remaining in the opening quarter. Lamang ng isa ang tropa. tayo dito sa game number 1. Finals ng Commissioner's Cup. Silipin muna natin ang team splits para sa Yamato.
Una-una, Bones of difference. Alam natin si Bones is averaging 25 points a game. That's so much higher than the average ni Donel Hardwood. Si Juan Baroa on the fly. At pangalawa, yung defending the boards and not giving Talking Tex extra opportunities to score. At pangatlo, hustle from the bench, not necessarily in terms of points, but in terms of continuity in big plays.
12-11, lamang na isa itong BMEG Llamados. Bailout shot yan, galing dito kay Mark Baroka. Naputawan sila ng shot lang as the ball was in the air. Castro, nasa seg na para dito. Tawag ng Stop and Texters, pumukul kagad. Long two para sa kanya, Mintis. Baroka gets it out to the scoring apostle. BJ Simon with a touchdown.
A leak out play there by BMEG, catching Talking Tex napping.
Reyes babawi sa kabilang dulo. Goes last. No. Big risk. With the Nash's rebound. Aso outlet niya. Sinalo ni Dillinger na sinalo naman ng fans dun sa first row. Medyo masakit yun ha. Full force ni Dillinger. Sinalo niya dun.
Pero mo, di yata hinanap ni Dillinger kung sino ang mauupuan niya. I think he was hoping for a female spectator. Hindi niya kalahin, lalaki pala yun.
Buti na lang, walang hawak na soft drinks o pagkain, ano? As James comes up short. Rebound, napunta na sa Talking Tex. Castro, service the floor. Gets it over to Dillinger. Pupunta ulit sila sa poste. Donel, Poforma. Out to Dillinger for a three. Doesn't work. Pinglish na naman for the rebound.
Nakita natin kanina, BMEG playing something that Coach Yen was mentioning, a match-up zone. Looking like a 2-3 zone defense.
Simon, natapikan ni Harvey. Wala share at Simon naghabulan. Tulak. That's gonna be a personal foul on Peter June Simon. Bonasher tutungo sa ating free throw line for 2 shots.
Alam mo, hindi na tayo nagugulat na yung Talking Tex is going to go into their transition game. Ano? Pero what's really a little surprising is, etong BMEG, they're not settling down on a half-court game. If they have the opportunity to run, tatakbo sila. Si Coach Tim usually wants to settle down on his triangle offense, pero ngayon talagang pinupush din nila yung bola.
Coach Yeng, so far so good para sa BMEG. Ang tanong na lang siguro dito, masusustain ba nila?
Palagay ko, ano, I think they will not do this if they don't prepare for it. They haven't prepared for it. Palagay ko mentally and physically nakahanda sila sabayan yung mga.
So nang bubulaga si Coach Tim Cone dito sa matchup na to as we send it over to Sel Guevara for more on the BMEG Llamados.
Yes, sir. Kung alam mo, you can see in the look of Coach Tim Cone's face, pati sa tono ng boses that he wants more from his guys and he's not content na malapitan ang score. So at least for the first half, he wants his players to keep that ball in their hands. Balik sa inyo.
Number of possessions ang hinahabol nila dito as Ranidel is now on the floor. Dillinger in trouble, naipit, dalawa kukuyog, natapikan na ni Joe Devance. It's gonna be a foot race, Devance and Dillinger. Inabot ng foul, ito si JTV.
Yan ang sinasabi kanina ni Coach Yeng. Na BMEG, binibilisan na lang laro. Because it's a natural evolution kung ano nangyayari. They're playing good defense and it's creating turnovers. They're just capitalizing on the mistakes of Talking Tex.
Timeout muna para sa tropa. Back with us inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Patuloy ang aksyon dito sa pagbubukas ng Super Showdown between the BMEG Llamados and the Talking Tex Tropang Texers. Libo-libo nandirito sa loob ng Big Dome at milyon-milyon pa nakatutok ngayon sa active sa kanilang telebisyon.
Ito nga, Coach Yeng, nakakuha ko ng text galing sa pool na family from Cotabato City. Ang sinasabi nila ron na yung mga Ginebra fans na ng Cotabato City, sumasama na ngayon sa BMEG Planet. Dito sa serie nito.
Hindi kaya dahil taga makilala North Cotabato din si PJ Simon?
Oo, tama nga.
17-12 ang nasa ating talaan. Puntahan muna natin si Nico Ramos after Ranidel missed that 3 with this report on the Tropang Texters.
Huwag mo mahirap ipaliwanag sa ating mga televiewers kung gano'ng kaingay ngayon dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. Pero pag tumapa ka malapit sa Talking Tex bench, they're cool, calm, and collected just like their usual selves. Coach Sean Reyes, relentlessness ang hinahanap sa kanyang mga players. Sabi sa kanya, if they deny the initial penetration, be strong, gather yourself, and try again. Sabi nga ni Larry Fonacier, kahit gaano kalakas in his words, merong quiet confidence itong tropang Dexter's dahil sanay na sila sa finals. Magu?
Lahat ng volume namin dito sa nasa kalahati nito ganun nga kaingay sa loob na itong Big Dome. 19-12, it is the Llamados by 7.
Nakaka 4 points na to si Barroca. Importante, whatever he contributes in this game, points off the bench para sa kanila, napaka-importante no.
Kita mo na may sneaky layup para dito kay Jason Castro, first 2 points para sa kanya.
Yung quickness ng Talking Tex, yun ang isang advantage nila against the bigness of the D-Meg lineup on the floor.
Rivas now on the floor kasama si Barroca, Devans, Bowles, and James Yap. Barroca this time around nilawan ng ring. Look at Bowles battle 3 white shirts. Putback is good.
Alam mo, nakakagulat dito ang pinapakita na supposedly inexperienced 22-year-old Denzel Bowles. Harap-harapan, nilalabanan niya si Donnell Harvey, who's a 5-year NBA veteran. And I think Bowles is inspired by the presence of his mother, Veronica.
Chapit Aguilar, nandito na rin sa seg para sa Talking Tex Tropang Dexters. Speaking of a 22-year-old, ikaw sa team mo, meron kang 22-year-old na inasahan nyo through the first 2 conferences. Ang hirap pa talagang i-coach pag ganyan pagkabata.
Hindi naman mahirap, no? May mga natural talent, lalo na if you're talking about Paul Lee, no? Meron talagang malaking potential yung batang yon. But they will have to learn the game through time and experience. Walang shortcut doon no? Pero yung potential at yung galing nandun pa rin talaga.
Pero Coach Cheng, mula nung dumating itong si Denzel Bowles sa simula ng Commissioner's Cup, pinakita ka ng pagbabago hanggang sa puntong ito.
Marami na, no? At actually dito siguro, he's playing his best basketball in his 22 years. Sabi nga niya, ngayon pa lang siya nakarating ng finals. So gagaling pa ito. After this, magmamansyo pa lalo yan si Denzel Bowles.
Ang gagaling sa 34-point, 14 rebound ball game to, no? Doon sa clincher nila kontra Barangay Nebra. Rivas gets his stick back. Ano naman yung lineup, oh? Yancy, Ribis at Joe Devan sabay-sabay para kay Coach Tim Cone habang nagpapahinga ang kanilang import.
Exactly, no? Si Denzel Bowles nagpapahinga nga rito. But this is the luxury of Coach Tim Cone. At nakikita rin ni Coach Sean Reyes, no? He's bringing in a lot of tall men inside, realizing the importance of rebounding sa laro.
Pero yung Sampayan Brigade breaks up that alley-oop attempt by Talking Tex. Evans nagpakawala ng 3 at iron lamang ang tinamaan. Jason Castro didiskarte sa kabilang dulo. Rivas switching on the floor. Iniwan lang yan ni Castro. Nakaldag na from behind. Netong Llamados.
Nagagamitan na ng mga bench itong home coaches. Ano? Itong si Japet Aguilar, binunod na ni Coach Chot Reyes. Ito naman sa BMEG, andyan, ginamit na rin yung mga big men nila, sabay-sabay, ano? Tatlong malalaki. Alam mo, hindi lang para sa umpisa ng series yan. No? They're actually stretching their benches, anticipating a long series. Kailangan talaga ngayon pa lang nagpe-preserve ka na ng mga players mo, patakin mo na yung mga nasa bench mo. Kung humaba ang series, nakahanda yung mga players na yan.
Simulat sa pool talagang basic na itong magkabilang tactician na ito. Ali Peak now also on the floor, pinagpahinga si Donnell Harvey. Last shot time para sa BMEG Llamados to end this first quarter.
By the way, 4 straight free throw misses for Talking Tex.
Yap kontra Fonacier, pull-up jumper, James, no good, tapigan ng bola, Yancy gets it over to Devans, mauubusan na ba? Napakawala pa yung bola! Joe Devans buries it, but the referees will have to review. What a shot kung sakaling counted yun.
Well, titignan natin kung counted ngayon. Did he release the ball on time? Yan ang titignan ng mga referees natin. They're going to look at the monitor. Ito po ang nangyari. Did he release it on time? Paubos na ang oras. Nandun pa sa kanya yung bola. It looks like yes, he released it on time. The shot is counted.
Pero ang nahuli nilang isa pa is stepping. So dos lang yon. At the end of the first 12 minutes of action, it is the BMEG Llamados by 11, 25-14. At nagbukas na ang second quarter of action. Salpukang BMEG Talking Tex para makuha ang una sa 4 na kinakailangan panalo para sa kampyonato ng Commissioner's Cup. Mag-margin po kasama natin si Dadine Quinito Enson and our special guest coach Yeng Giao of the Rain or Shine, the last 2 painters. 26-14 ang nasa ating talaan matapos maka-free throw ng isa etong Llamados.
Extra possession again for Talking Tex. Mag-move Coach Yeng. ako natutuwa pag naglalaro yung dalawang magkapatid dito on opposite camps. Yung Campo Brothers. Pero hindi sila nagpapantayan, ha?
Pero ito, Coach Cheng, ang napansin mo, pinopoint out mo yung first quarter. Etong BMEG did something a little bit out of character, kaya sila nakagulat dito.
Tama, no? Ang tinakbuhan dito, yung token text, dapat sila sana tumatakbo. Pero nung first half, ang tumakbo dito, yung BMEG, kaya sila lumamang. Ito, ang ganda sana ang supalpal, pero mukhang tumama yung kamay.
Kung nasa sideline ka, sumisigaw ka niya. It is BMEG 26-14, 12 ang kanilang abante. This is the biggest lead of the game so far. Baroka kasama etong sina Yancy De Ocampo, JC Intal, Joe Devance at Rafi Ribes. Binabantayan na Punisher, Alabag, Pete, Dillinger, and Ranidel De Ocampo. JC, nalibre ang bahagya, inilapit pa, nasundutan ni Dillinger, pero pati braso kasama. Knockout on the follow-up.
And both coaches resting their imports at this stage. Ba't ang dami mga malalaki sa loob ng court? Maski na walang imports. A lot of big men on the floor. Both coaches realizing how important rebounding is. Napanggit mo nga, Coach Yang, kanina, no? Ang BMEG at tumatakbo. They're getting opportunities because they're controlling the defensive boards.
Hindi lang yun, ano? Atong BMEG is also going to the free throw line a lot more. That means they're attacking the basket and they're getting called for fouls.
As we thank our radio partners at DCSR 918 AM, dyan po ang ating official play-by-play, blow-by-blow sa radyo. Nandiyan din ang ating 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM and 96.3 Easy Rock. Kita mo naman, JC Intal playing the two-guard position para dito sa BMEG. Si Baroka lang ang under 6 feet. Sa lima nila sa sahig. Yancy off the turnaround. No go. Alapag para sa rebound. The Mighty Mouse feeding Ranidel. Changing direction. Ranidel floats. Gets the 2 points. Ito, Coach, isa rin sa mga paborito mong big man ito dahil versatile, no?
Oo, tama. Naging player ko rin sa national team yan. Meron siyang inside, meron siyang outside game. And he's a veteran. He does not make a lot of mistakes.
As Joe Devance scoots in for the lefty layup, 5 puntos para sa kanya. 14 ang abante rito ng BMEG.
Ito nakita natin si Joe Devance attacking the inside. Alam niya walang shot blocker on the floor. Wala si Donnell Harvey. And he's going to find out how far he can go in attacking the basket.
Kita mo naman yung Jimmy Alapag, 5'9 lang, pero inatake niya, sinubukan niya yung malalaki ng Llamados, nakakuha ng basket, may kasama pang foul. As Urbistondo checks back in para dito kay Baroka.
Ayan yung advantage, no, nung meron kang Ranidel De Ocampo at saka si Jimmy Alapag. The last 2 plays, talagang they just did it on their own. Winanon-1 na lang ni Alapag, winanon-1 na lang ni Ranidel kanina. Kaya sila nakakuha ng 4 points the last 2 plays.
Sa puntong ito, balikan natin si Nico Ramos with this report on the Tropang Texters.
Bago, kanina pa natin pinag-uusapan itong veteran composure ng Togetex. Yun din yung hinahanap ni Coach John Reyes, especially from that 15-foot line. Sabi niya sa mga players niya, what's going on with our free throws? We have to make those points are hard to come by against this team.
Thank you, Nico.
Tama yun, because 3 out of 10 shooting from the free throw line. Ang Togetex ng first half, and that's something that needs to improve.
11 ang kailangan punuin dito ng tropa. They look for a stop. Gary nag-gamble. Napunta kay Devance. Eye in the sky. Play to Rivas. Tinuwa ng ring. Rafi Rivas third serving. Wala pa rin. At pinagpag na siya ni Alipig. Sa wakas, nakuha nila ang rebound. Bonasher to carry on the run. Looking to hand off. Natapigan ni Devance. Harvey Carey diving for it. Kaso, napabilig na siya.
Marami tayong makikitang dive sa bola ngayon. Finals na to. And those guys will really dive whenever the opportunity is there.
Urbistondo, Kari, nagpatakbakan. Urbistondo, nag-celebrate. Nakakuha niya yung turnover na yun. Devance, nagpakawala ng dress. No good. Alapag for the board. 3, gawin mong 4 ang kalaban niya. Dire-diretso ba? Iiwan kay Ranidel. And De Ocampo will go glass for the 2 points. 4 na puntos para dito kay Ranidel sa pagbisita natin kay Sel Guevara with this report on the Llamados.
Yes, nagusi Coach Kim Coach, sobrang nag-aalala sa 3-point shooting ng Togetex. So even if they're up, he says that he doesn't want his players to fall under that trap. What do you think?
when you're three-point shooting, it's very important para sa Talking Tex. But in this game so far, ang Talking Tex has shot just 1 out of 8 from three-point distance.
At yun yung binabanggit mong napaka-deadling ginagamit na armas na itong tropa.
Tama yun. And they're shooting it without hesitation, even in transition. Ano? Na napakadelikado.
Eh yung one make na yun, stop and pop ka na pag three-pointer eh. No? As Harvey Carey brings the Talking Tex Tropang Texters to within 7. Timeout muna para kay Coach Tim Cone. So 30-second timeout yung hiniling dito ni Coach Tim Cone para sa BMEG Llamados. Konting paalala dahil nga naman lumamang na sila ng hanggang 14. Na-slice in half na yung nabuo nilang pundasyon na yun.
Well, Talking Tex now beginning to find its rhythm. No? Gumagalaw na ang kanilang offensa. And the man who's starting the charge, leading the charge, is Jimmy Alapag.
It is a 9-2 run para dito sa Talking Tex Tropang Texters. Kaya nga nabawasan nila ng kalahati yung kanilang inahabol dito. Rivas hinahanap si Bowles. Both imports now back on the floor para sa magkatunggali. Turnaround jumper, Denzel for 14. Pasok yun.
Maka 8 points at Denzel Bowles. And Harvey just 4 points. But Denzel Bowles showing a variety of moves. At parang maski na sino ang gagawin niya sa kanya, no? Okay lang sa kanya. Whether it's the import, whether it's Kelly Williams.
BMEG once again on the run. Intal, inaanap pa. Ito si PJ Simon, merong foul on the pass.
Again, that's an opportunity of transition. Talagang nagpupush ng bola itong BMEG. I think more than Talking Tex as of this point. Pero hindi ko alam kung ito yung tinatawag natin kanina na baka mas fresh itong BMEG. Kaya mas mabilis ang kanilang pacing right now. It might be yung bugbugan na past series dito sa Talking Tex, ano? Pero let's see if they can recover.
Actually, binanggit din niya ni Coach Tim Cone as Bowles gets the basket, may kasama pang foul. Nung pagkatapos ng Game 4, nung kanila nang pinataob at ineliminate ang Barangay Nebra, binanggit ni Coach Tim Cone na buti na lang may Game 5 pa yung kabila. At least magbubugbugan pa sila.
You know, I really think that's a factor, Coach Ek.
Ngayon, no, early, pero pwedeng magpalit yan mamaya. Pero as of now, looking at these two teams, parang mas fresh talaga itong BMEG.
Denzel Bowles, muntika na maka 4-point play. Hindi nga lang pumasok yung kanyang follow-up doon. Nice seal by Donnell.
It looks like there's a foul against Bowles.
Naunahan talaga niya sa posisyon doon si Denzel sa pagkakataong yun. As Jason Castro checks in para kay Ponancher.
Again, yung lead pass galing kay Jimmy Alapag. He's making it happen.
Ito, Coach Yeng. Counter diskarte. Ryan Reyes, Jimmy Alapag at Jason Castro sabay-sabay naman para dito sa tropa.
Ito naman yung small lineup nila, no, na napaka-dangerous din laban sa kanina yung big lineup ng BMEG.
Ito mukha yata bibilisan ng Talking Tex ang pace ng laro with 3 guards on the floor. But let's see whether they can control the rebounds.
Bowles, umubra from the perimeter. Alapag looks up court. Sasalubungin siya ni Urbistondo. Alapag nakakita ng konting crack. Iniwan para kay Harvey for the 2 points.
Ito ibang klase ng leadership na pinapakita dito ni Jimmy Alapag. He's taken over.
Baba na sa 6 ang inahabol dito ng Tropang Texters. Coming upon the 6-minute mark ng ating second quarter. Bowles back to Intal. Napitawan pa ni JC yung bola. 6 to shoot para dito sa Llamados. Is PJ aware? Up and under! PJ Simon delivers! Anim na puntos para dito sa pride ng makilala North Cotabato.
Ayan yung mga creators ng game. On the other side is Jimmy Alapag creating situations. Pero ito si PJ Simon. Ang ganda rin na na-create niya opportunity para sa sarili niya.
Akalain mo bang 5th round draft pick yan si PJ Simon nung panahon na pumasok siya sa PBA? Nauna pa madraft dyan yung kasama natin si Dominic Uy. Urbistondo. Hinahanap si Simon. Nandun si Bowles. Denzel Bowles. Hindi na ibinaba yung bola. Kinaliwa. Pasok yung tira. May kasama bang foul?
Alam mo, yung execution ng BMEG in transition has been almost perfect sa laro. Makita natin bigayan ng bola rito. And with the left hand, Denzel Bowles showing that maturity that was questionable at the beginning of this conference.
Time out muna tayo. BMEG is up by 10.
It's good to be up against Chad and his group. It's going to be a great challenge. What I've been saying is that if you want to be the best, you're going to have to be the best. And, you know, the best is over on that side of the table. And hopefully we can, be like them.
My state, my answer to saying what took you so long, my reply is, why so soon? It's just Team 7 conference with BMEG and already in the finals. So that shows you how good a coach he is and how strong a team the BMEG squad is.
Alam mo siguro ang masaya ngayon, nang napaka-excited nyo yun para sa finals na to, lahat ng empleyado doon sa Tony and Guy. Unang-una, for the next 2 weeks, wala yung mga boss. Secondly, sino man manalo, may blowout naman sigurado, di ba? Siyempre, partners pa rin yung kanilang mga may bahay.
Yan ang tinatawag na no-lose situation. And parang mutual and spirit society, dalawa eh. I think both of them respect each other. I think both of them are very, very competitive. And even if they're very good friends and business partners off the court, I think when it comes to basketball, ang kanilang competitive spirit, yung kanilang competitive juices will really flow in the series.
At saka pag ganito, walang usap-usap ang balita natin. Anong nangyayari dyan? Pero ito, kausapin muna natin si Nico Ramos.
Coach Reyes is not happy. Kung dati sa Cuneta kontra ang Barako, kawawa yung upuan na katabi ni Coach Reyes. Ngayon naman, biyak ang kanyang coaching board. Hinato niya on the floor as he was challenging his players for some defensive intensity. Hindi na siya natutuwa sa easy baskets itong BMEG Llamados. Unfortunately, the board had to pay. Basag, Magu.
Nico, kamusta naman yung reaction ng players ni Coach Chot nung siya'y nagtabog?
Well, we always say na si Jimmy Alapag ang soul of this team. He is the undoubted leader. At he was the first one to react. Pumapalakpak siya sa easy one ng kanyang mga kampe. Sabi niya, let's go, let's go. We'll see if they respond, Magu.
Thank you, Nico. Ito, Ryan Reyes, nakakuha ng knockout. Pinit fit all the way against PJ Simon.
Ryan Reyes, yan ang effort na hinaharap ni Coach Chot Reyes. And Ryan Reyes is averaging 1.4 steals a game in this conference. That's number 2 in the league behind Chris Ross.
Ingris. Nag-switch sa kanya. Ito si Castro. They find Simon open sa kanto sa kaliwa. Long 2 para dito kay BJ. 8 points in the game for himself.
That's what happens if you create the space. Ang haba, ang layo ng pintahan ng Debenta for them to challenge that shot of BJ Simon.
Arby, no go. Urbistondo pushes it hard para dito sa Llamados. BJ hesitates on taking the 3. Nakita si Ping. Pingris, PP hit to sa ilalim. Pasok pa rin yung jump hook doon.
Alam mo, kabisado na ni Ping yung jump hook na yan. Ha? He made his first point off that jump hook and he's still doing it right now, even in crowded areas.
Ang napakaganda nun, yung unselfish play ng BMEG. They went to the man for the high percentage shot inside the shaded area.
Punta na si Ping with his 6-point average. Reyes, straight away 3. Napawi agad ni Double R. Pinigil yung momentum, 7 points para sa kanya. Pero it is still BMEG by 10 points, 43-33. Mahigit 3 minuto na titira sa ating first half.
Alam mo, 3 minutes to go, kasamang Magu. Si James Yap hindi pa nagiging factor dito sa laro na to. At the same time, yung import ng Token 6 is being outplayed by the import of BMEG. So yan ang mga factors na nakikita natin sa ngayon.
Castro with a steal. Doubler gets the space. Wala. Intal para sa rebound. Nauna si Bulls. Hiningi. Denzel Bulls high in the sky. Niluwalang ng ring this time around.
Mahirap na pasa yun. That's way beyond his reach. Mabuti na, nasa lupa niya eh.
Alapag kicks it over. 3-pointer on the way. Doon pa lang sa pasa, meron na raw foul. Or away from play rather, merong foul.
Now, Ryan Reyes' contribution in offense has been big dito from Talking Tech. As you see, Jason Castro scored only 2 points. Ryan Reyes averaging only 4.4 points in the semifinals. Ngayon, meron na siyang 7.
Time out muna para sa Llamados. So with less than 3 minutes remaining sa ating first half. Itong BMEC doing enough to keep Talk and Text at bay so far. At ito si James Yap, ipinasok na ulit ni Coach Tim Cone as we take a look at the team's list for the Llamados.
Ito sinasabi natin about defending the boards. Ang BMEC, what a big advantage sa rebounding, 28-21. Pati sa offensive rebounds, that big lineup of BMEC is causing a lot of problems for Talking Text. Hindi na sila nakakakuha ng mga usual extra possessions nila.
And away from play, meron naman tayong aming napito. It is PJ Simon whistled for holding on to Ranidel de Ocampo. Sideline inbound. Castro didiskarte rito. Reyes hindi makawala dito kay PJ Simon. Aatrasan na lang niya. Turnaround, fade away, no good. Tapigan ang bola na kanino. Ranidel outboxes 3 red shirts. At meron pang foul na napulot galing dito kay Pingris.
Penalty na yung both teams dito, kaya any foul will result into 2 free throws. Ang napansin din natin dito, no? 33 points pa lang itong Talking Text, assuming makashoot pa rin si Ranidel at 35. Mukhang mababa pa rin itong scoring ng Talking Text. Hindi sila makakarating doon sa 100-point plateau na kailangan nila para ma-secure nila yung kanilang panalo.
Parang pang 1 quarter lang yung 33 o 35 points din. As we remind everybody na masusubaybayan na ang PBA sa Action TV International. Sa Middle East po, via OSN or Orbit Showtime Network. Sa Europe naman, via OSN TV Tomorrow. At sa Guam, via MCV Broadband. Sabihin na ninyo ang inyong mga kamag-anak na abangan ang mga aksyon na labanan ng PBA at ng UFL sa Action TV International.
Kung siya nabanggit mo kanina, no, yung low-scoring aspect ng laro, ang Talking Text is only 34 points. They're shooting less than 40% from the floor.
Yes, and that means BMEC is playing excellent defense. Alam mo, medyo physical inaalaw ng referee. Ayun, nakashoot ng clean job. Inaalaw ng referees yung mga tinatawag nating incidental contact, and it's up to you to take advantage. Pero mas maganda, dinidefensa ng BMEC ngayon.
Donell Harvey finally breaking into double figures. Kanina pa inaantay na itong tropa ang kanyang production. Wala nang 2 minuto natitira sa ating first half. Pingris in the front court, lilipad, Sakuragi gets his own miss, stick back is good.
Offensive rebound na naman yan, yung tinatawag natin, nakita natin kanina, yung advantage sa rebounding ng big men ng BMEC.
8 points para dito kay Mark Pingris. Bonashare, hinahanap si Harvey. 8 to shoot para dito sa TNT. Pull-up jumper. Harvey, quick release. Narinig ka yata nung doon na
Narinig ako, medyo nanahimik siya kanina. Kaya eto, umabot sa puntusan dito kay Denzel Bow.
Inabot na nga niya sa 13 puntos. Tingnan natin kung gusto lumamang ni Bowles pagpasok ng halftime break. Bowles fading away. No good. Ranidel, nakita si Castro. Harvey nandoon na sa harapan. Pero Castro goes all the way. Diluwa. Harvey is there for the stick back.
Harvey now with 11 of his 15 points coming in the second quarter.
Wala nang 1 minuto natitira sa ating first half. Tutukan natin mamayang halftime. Miko, Aaron, and our special guest, Jojo Lastimosa, ating makakasama sa Active Center at the half. Evans kontra Reyes, size advantage belonging to JDB, pero nag-backpedal siya for the fadeaway. Inabot ng foul dito sa forearm. Ryan Reyes, second personal foul yung ipinito sa kanya. Joe Devance averaged just 9 points a game doon sa semifinals. What do you expect galing dito kay JDB dito sa finals?
Ako yung versatility na pinapakita ni Ranidel for Talking Text. Yan din ang versatility na pinapakita dito. At dapat pang ipakita ni Joe Devance. He's a player who can play multiple positions. He gives them range. He's got a nice outside shot. But more than that, he can post up and he can take advantage of these matches.
48-40, BMEC abante ng 8. 6 na puntos sa laro para dito kay Devance. 30-second timeout requested by the Talking Text Tropang Texters. 27.8 seconds remaining. Gano'ng kalaking bagay yung momentum ikaw ang makakakuha, coach, pagpapasok sa locker room? Alam ko mga player mo gustong-gusto yung para hindi in differential or a little more than 7 seconds in differential ng ating shot clock at quarter clock. Ranidel, BP hit. De Ocampo, Mintis, Donell Harvey keeps it alive. Nagmadali on the follow. At ang bola lalabas in favor of the Llamados. 5.2 to try and come up with a basket para dito sa BMEG. Devansan di diskarte. JDB, nakita pa si Ping to sa ilalim. Tinuwalang ng ring.
Well, nandun yung depensa. He was challenged. Hindi siya gumamit ng porte.
Nagmadali si Ping. Nagulat din siguro na masyado siya libre, pero BMEG will still sit on an 8-point lead sa pagpasok natin into the dugout for the halftime break. 48-40. First quarter definitely belonged to BMEG, pero Talking Tex looks like they've kept in step with the Llamados dito sa second quarter, at ang ating magiging bisita at the half is none other than PJ Simon.
PJ, nakita natin ang laro, no? Very low scoring, na-hold down yung Talking Tex to 40 points. Ito bang defensive orientation, papabor yan sa inyo?
Siguro papabor sa amin yun kasi parang defense versus offense nga to eh. Yun nga yung strength ng team namin na hopefully ma-hold namin sa from 80 points, malaki yung chance namin manalo.
Dalawa nang dumedepensa sa'yo, si Dillinger tsaka si Ryan Reyes. Yet, naka 8 points ka na.
Siguro ano lang, aggressive lang ako kasi finals ito. Ang hirap-hirap makarating dito kaya bibigay ko na lahat ng makakaya ko.
Yeah, PJ, ganito lang yung tanong. Ano talaga bang sinadya yung sabayan sa takbuhan itong Talking Tex? Alam ko, si Coach Tim Cone, mas gusto niya nagse-settle down sa half court. Pero mas marami kayong fast break opportunities.
Actually, Coach Cheng, gusto talaga ni Coach na half court talaga kami. Pero pag may opportunity kami to run, talagang atakihin din namin sila pag may opportunity lang.
Maraming salamat sa iyong oras, PJ, at good luck sa second half. So it is an 8-point ball game dito sa loob ng Smart Araneta Coliseum. BMEG 48, Talking Tex 40. Walang alisan ng channel. The Active Centers coming up next.
Shainujikan! Hindi, practice natin yan eh. Practice natin yan. Diba, we're in this anime. Tuntua nga si Coach Jola, sabi niya, I like that anime. Yan mga pinaparad ko sa bahay.
Sabi lang, nag-text yung daughter ko, yung wife ko, actually sabi ng daughter, hindi rin ako makarelate sa anime.
That's not true. That's not true.
We will turn you into an anime fan.
Into an anime fan.
Sige.
Sige. Okay.
Parang hindi makapaniwala.
Alright, so tapos na ba yung first half natin ng Game 1 of your PBA Commissioners Cup Finals? It is a 8-point lead para sa BMEG. It was the biggest of 13, tama ba? 14 points. Yeah. Now back down to 8. And, you know, we're seeing tale of two different teams right now. Yung pag nakapuntos yung BMEG, sumasagot naman kagad yung Talking Tex. They're able to keep it pretty close as of right now.
Yes, but there was a while, time there na medyo lumalayo na yung BMEG. And then, you know what? This is a misconception. Sinasabi kasi ni PJ Simon na yung TNT is all about offense. If you have to look at their lineup, about individual players, they are all very good, sound individual defenders. So, kumbaga parang ano lang nila yun. Pero if you talk about it, ang galing dumipensa din ng TNT. Although right now, medyo lumalabas ng konti yung BMEG in terms of, sabi nila yung defense nila nag-work because they only held TNT into 40 points. Right? 40 points, yeah.
Pero yun nga, tinanong ni Coach Yeng si PJ. Sabi, parang bilis ang laro nyo. Bakit kayo tumatakbo? Sinasabihan niyo ba yung Talking Tex? And PJ, sabi ni PJ Simon, hindi Coach. Gusto talaga ni Coach Tim bagalan namin. Kaya lang, kung may opportunity, like any smart basketball team, if you see a chance to run, you run. Yeah. Simple as that. We'll go now to your social media comments na pinadala niyo sa amin dito sa Active Center. And first off, agad-agad naman, nag-trend ang Go BMEG sa Twitter. And this was even before the game started. And you can see, not only Go BMEG, pati dun sa baba, Game 1. Alam mo nang PBA Finals yan. Tsaka happy birthday kay AJ. Oo. Happy birthday. Baka sakali. Hello. Okay. Tapos ito yung tweet nyo sa amin. Galing kay Alvi Senajon or Sena Alvi. Migosh. First game pa lang, parang Game 7 na. Go BMEG. Ba? Migosh. Migosh. Nakaka-relate ka ba dyan, Jo? Migosh. Yeah, sinasabi natin ng mga kapatid.
Hindi masyado. Narinig ko lang sa mga anak ko.
Migosh.
Hindi yung migosh.
Narinig ko rin kay Miko yun eh. Yung OMG, yung mga ganyan.
Konti.
Yung susunod natin na comment galing kay Idris Miraflor. BMEG's looking good in the first half. Great balls of fire doing work so far.
Dito sa first half, Joe, nakikita mo na ba na bowls will be a matchup problem para sa Talk and Text?
I don't think so because if you can see TNT, meron sila dun sa lineup nila na pwedeng pumigil sa kanya in terms of yung physical presence lang. You have si Kelly Williams there and of course yung import nila si Donald Harvey and hindi mo pa nakikita si Ali Pig. Si Ali Pig kahit 7-footer kayang bantayan ni Ali Pig. So I'm not parang concerned about how they're gonna match up with Bowls because I know they have a matchup kahit sino dun sa mga tatlo na minention ko.
Okay. Alright, yung next comment natin galing kay Juric. Bakit ganon tumatakbo ang BMEG? Baka mayari sila sa transition ng TNT. Pero so far so good Go BMEG Planet.
Yan ang fan na talagang minamanmanan niya na ano ba dapat ang pace ng isang Tim Cone squad.
Correct.
You know? I don't think, has Tim ever told you during your Alaska days na, let's run, run and gun tayo?
No.
Never.
He is kind of a control freak in that aspect na gusto niya kailangan na makasettle yung defense niya. Na ayaw niya takbo ng takbo because for him, again, the name of the game is still defense. Because if you continue to run, you cannot settle your defense. Palaging sinasabi, have a settled defense, you cannot settle your defense if you're running up and down the floor. So he wants that, a controlled offense. Pag may opportunity, then you can run.
Alright, ngayon naman galing kay Kim Aldrin Mendoza. Concerned about Talk and Text free throw shooting. Let's see here. And rebounding, these are the keys to winning the game. Let's go Talk and Text. Do you agree, Coach? Na free throw shooting and rebounding are pretty much a must-do in a championship game.
Yes, we cannot stress that enough. Sa lahat ng bagay, okay, free throw shooting is all about scoring. And if you're given an opportunity, if you don't make it, most likely it's going to be a 1-point game, 2-point game, and it's gonna matter all the small misses that you make. And all the misses that you make, you better have a rebound, or yung sa kalaban mo, kailangan mo defensive rebound mo. So, factor yun sa championship.
Alright, ito yung tinatanong mo kanina, Coach, no? Kung ano yung equivalent ni James Yap dun sa Shohoku. At ang sabi naman ni MJ, Rukawa ang dapat itawag kay James Yap dahil bagay na bagay talaga kasi tahimik lang siya.
Rukawa. R-U-K-A.
Meaning?
Hindi.
That's his name.
That's his name. Yun yung character.
Si Rukawa.
Rukawa.
Teka muna, ito pareho ng jam shot.
Kaya nga diba?
Oo nga naman.
Wow.
Kulang na lang yung medyo mas mahaba na ng konti yung buhok ni James Yap.
Konting bangs pa.
Kasi parang bitin pa yung bangs. Kailangan...
Kasi yung buhok na ganun yung mahaba yung bangs. Yun. Parang nila Coach Joe yun.
Mahaba yung buntot pa.
Yun. May bangs ka, tapos yung dito kailangan tatama. Tatama doon sa kwelyo. Yun ang importante.
Okay, punta naman natin yung mga social media comments tungkol sa ating special guest na si Jojo Lastimosa. At itong sabi galing sa Twitter coming from Filipino Heat, bagay na anime name kay Jojo, si Sendo.
Parang Sendong
Hindi. Iba yung Sendo.
Ito si Sendo, Akiro Sendo is Ryonan's ace and is considered one of the top players in Canada. Bagay. Point forward.
Sendo, sa inyong jikan.
Parang that would probably look like me when I was like siguro mga 20 years old or 18 years old.
Pero alam mo, ang tanong dyan, alam mo ito yung si Sendo, sino mo mas maganda legs yan? Pupusta ako. Walang sinabi yung legs ni Sendo sa legs ni Jolas.
Siyempre, wala makakatapat doon sa legs ni Jolas.
Gosh.
Come on.
You know what? Every time you mention about my legs, parang I get so uncomfortable.
Excuse me, we're just bros. Talking about legs.
Ano ba? Can't one man admire another man's muscular legs?
No.
Bakit? Is it wrong kung merong man crush si Aaron sa legs mo. That's not wrong.
No, Ashi!
That's not
Honestly, guys, mas maganda yung lectures ka sa akin.
No, that's not true.
Maganda yung lectures.
Wala pa, malayo pa. Malayo pa kami.
Ang dami pa namin hindi kakainin bigas.
Mamaya, pakita niyo yung legs mo. Pakita niyo yung legs mo mamaya.
Mamaya talaga. But do you, like, kunyari, when you walk around, and yung, kunyari, may lumapit sa'yo, no, na di ka napapakita, edad ng mga lumalapit sa'yo. At sinasabi, Idol, kumusta yung legs mo?
Walang ganyan.
Wala na?
Walang ganyan.
Come
But the
on.
funny thing is, I was biking one time, and then a guy came up to me and said, like, ayokong i-approach ka eh. Kasi, pero nung nakita ko yung legs mo, si Jolas nga to.
Dahil sa legs?
Dahil sa legs,
Wow.
na-recognize niyo yung legs ko.
Grabe,
Freaky.
Grabe.
Nakakatakot yun, ah.
Oo. Well, Miko,
And that's a true story, ah. I didn't make that up. It's a
I'm
true
not
story.
doubting you.
Okay.
Did anyone ever see you from behind and say, oh, natatakot ako lumapit sa'yo, pero nung nakita ko yung height mo, alam ko, Miko Halili.
Hindi, actually, ito, I will share. Total finals naman, no?
Diba?
Kung nag-share ka na story, ako mag-share ng story. May pumunta sa bahay, nag-deliver nung yung water, yung mineral water, ganyan. Tinignan ako, parang nakilala ako.
Okay.
Sabi, di ba ikaw si Miko Halili? Siyempre, ako naman. Boss. Ako yun. Sabi, alik mo pala sa personal. Gusto ko kunin yung yung lalaki ng tubig. Gusto kong Jainut.
Kasi nakaupo ka dito para
Ayun na, akala nila.
Okay, balik naman tayo sa ating laro, no? Coach Jolas, what is the X factor para sa koponan ng BMEG?
The BMEG X factor for me here tonight is their bench. Okay, because ang starting five kasi ng BMEG is already set. Kumbaga, hindi kagaya sa talk and text, kahit sino pwede mag-start doon eh. So it will just be a couple of players kung sino yung mag-pick up. So let's going back to BMEG, ang bench nila, as you can see, pagpasok ng mga relievers nila, and then Baroka stepped up, si JC Intal, kumbaga, palagi meron silang contribution, which is really, really valuable in this kind of series. Kailangan nila yan. And then, going back to TNT, I still have to see Larry make a jump shot. I still have to see Jason consistently penetrate going to the basket, because if Larry won't make his outside shot, or even the rest of the guys won't make their outside shots, then the penetrations, the lanes will be a little bit tighter. So, kailangan bumuka ng konti yan.
Larry Fonacher, Jason Castro, Jared Dillinger, Kelly Williams, Ali Peak, at sama pa si Japet Aguilar, only combining for 5 points so far in the first half. Ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin ng talk and text, dahil nga wala yun, yung mga players na yan, what are the X factors for them pagdating ng second half?
Well, again, we have to look at their outside shooting, because TNT is an outside shooting team, and penetration. Drive and kick, if it's open, they're going to make that jump shot, the three, and it's really a big factor in the game. If you look at the stats, sobrang taas na percentage ng three-point shot ng TNT. Because you have to defend the penetration. If you defend that, they're going to kick out, they're going to make jump shots, then you're dead.
And yun nga, because TNT likes to play fast. By playing fast, diba, nakakaroon sila ng iba't ibang scoring opportunities that you do not get in half-court situations, diba?
Correct.
Transition jumpers, fast break attempts, and that's a talk and text game.
Yes, that's their game. And then, again, let's not focus too much on their offense. Because when it comes down to it, if TNT wants to defend, they will defend you. So, I'm parang kind of predicting na pagdating na second half, TNT will tighten the defense up, and then their offense will just come easy.
Alright, so yun na po. We are wrapping things up here for the Active Center for now. Pero balik naman tayo sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. Second half, BMEG kontra Talk and Text, Game 1, PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals.
is the score as you join us back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Mag-umargin po kasama si Dean Quinito Anson and multi-titled PBA champion coach, Coach Yeng Giao. First quarter pa lamang, it was all about the BMEG Llamados. Diba? Tinakbuhan na nila etong tropang Texters. Nilimitahan pa nila sa 14 puntos.
A big first quarter for Denzel Bowles with 6 points and 3 rebounds. Makikita natin ang discrepancy sa field goal percentage, 52 against 31. Pati sa rebounding, 17-9.
Coach Yeng, pagdating ng second quarter, tila nagising na yung Token Text. They outscored BMEG 26-13. Pero lamang pa rin dito, Llamados.
Tama ka doon, ano? Pero nakaka-recover na at least dito itong Token Tex. Dito natin yung field goals dito umangat na ng konti, 46% na itong Token Tex, 39 yung sa Bimig. Pero rebounding bumaliktad, nakahabol na ngayon yung Token Tex 17-13 fast break points. Ito yung laro ng Token Tex, 4 na puntos. Hindi pa rin ako masaya kung 4 na puntos lang yan sa transition.
Sa level na to, alam natin yung mga in-game adjustments talagang mararamdaman natin dito. Ano tingin mo ang unang gagawin dito ni Coach Chot Reyes?
Balita natin, nagalit yata si Coach Chot Reyes doon sa locker room nila. So, kailangan talaga medyo ball-checkin niya itong mga players niya. Maybe a lot more energy defensively. Rebounding, kailangan makipagsabayan sila. At mapigilan nila yung turnover sila na nagpo-cost ng mga fast break points ng Phoenix.
And we do expect adjustments from the Token Tex side. Ano naman na i-expect natin sa BMEG dito?
Well, for BMEG, I think they need to play that kind of consistent defense na pinakita nila. Holding Token Tex down to just 40% field goal shooting and 40 points overall. 40 times 2, that's 80 points. That's way, way below yung average ng Token Tex na 108 points pag nananalo sila.
Both sides losing the leather sa kanilang opening drive. Ryan Reyes, 2 pass for his own good. Jason Castro scoops it up and out. Donnell Harvey, wala pa rin. Kasama nila dyan, sina Jimmy Alapag and Ranedel De Ocampo. Para naman sa BMEG, nakikita natin etong si Josh Orbistondo. Kasama sina James Yap, Denzel Bowles, PJ Simon, and Mark Pingris.
Isang malaking factor din, napansin natin sa first half kanina. 10 missed free throws itong Token Tex na napaka-unusual yan para sa Token Tex. Sayang yung 10 free throws.
And for more on Token Tex, bisitahin ulit natin si Nico Ramos.
Magkakausap natin itong si The Energizer na si Ryan Reyes. Sabi niya, down by this much, only 8 points in the half. Sabi niya, it's nothing new. It's just another day at the office para sa amin. No finals game is ever won easily. We know what to do. We're not rattled.
Nico, kamusta naman yung collector's item na napulot mo kaninang halftime?
Shattered into many small and large pieces. Itong board na coaching board ni Coach Chot Reyes. Actually, kausap ko yung ball boy. Siya yung worried. Sabi niya, sir, dalawa lang ito dala ko. Last board na namin to. Sana hindi mabasag.
Thank you, Nico. 50-42.
Ano kaya gagamitin ni Coach Chot kung wala na siyang whiteboard?
Di ba old school, di ba, sa sahig?
Pwede yun.
Ay, hindi, pero baka wala ng chalk, baka pentel-pen, di pwede yun.
Si Ron Jacobs, gumagamit yung dati. Di ba yung chalk doon sa sahig?
Pasa ni Bowles, tatapik. Token Tex. Good possession here.
Napansin na natin yung depensa. Ito, depensa na ng Token Tex. They raised it up to a notch higher. 2 turnovers na napuwersa nila. Ngayon, 6 na puntos na lang. Meron pang free throws itong si Jason Castro.
Ang problema, looks like Castro is shaken up. Pinapaboran niya yung kanyang kanang tuhod. Pagkatapos siyang bumagsak, silipin natin as we have taken a look at it again. May bonus free throw pang binigay dito kay Jason Castro. PJ Simon, yun ang malaking balita dito. 4 na personal foul na napito sa kanya.
Ang laking bagay niya kasi si James Yap hindi pa pumuputok eh. So kailangan talaga makatulong si James Yap sa offense para makatulong ng konti pag-release ng pressure kay James Yap.
And for more on BMEG, balik tayo kay Sel Guevara.
Yes, but BMEG is up at but the guys were pretty quiet na parang hindi pa rin sila contento. So they want to secure the win and the remedy nila for the second half is they want to keep this game a low-scoring game.
Problema, wala pang 3 minuto lumilipas sa ating third quarter. 5 puntos na pinamigay dito ng BMEG Llamados. Obistondo napituan ng kanyang ikatlong personal foul. Bonasher on the floor. Para dito kay Jason Castro who was shaken up ng nakaraang sequence para sa kanila.
First time on the board for Jonas Villanueva.
At si Bonasher kapapasok lamang dito sa third quarter. Nagpakawala na agad ng 3. 4 points in the game for Larry.
Coach Yen, yan ang kulang na kulang sa Token Tex for the first half. Yung 3-point shooting, only 2 out of 10 for 20%. Importante sa kanila to be able to lift that standard to about 35% shooting.
Ikatlong 3-pointer pa lang yun para dito sa Tropang Texters. Obistondo, 2 on him. Siguro Denzel, nakita si Ping! 10 points in the game para dito kay Sakuragi.
Nakita natin
at another facet sa laro ni Denzel Bowles. Yung kanyang passing ability and not forcing the issue, looking for the open man underneath the basket.
Alapag, looking for Harvey. Napitawan lang ni Donel. Ganda na sana ng pick and roll nila.
Maganda yung pasa, no? Talagang dumulas lang sa kamay ni Harvey, pero ang ganda daanan ng pasa na yun.
Hindi niya akalain siguro, naku, libre ako. Biglang nawala na si Denzel Bowles sa eksena.
Kaya pati si Coach Chot, napapalakpak na lang sa pagkakataon na yun. Pasa ni Denzel, ninakaw ni Ponasher. Ranidel, sinundo na naman ni Pingris. Ito na ang BMEG Llamados. James Shop, stop and pop. Hindi pa rin tumama. Para sa kanya, James only has 4 points so far. Alapag to Harvey, spinning the other way. Dapat ng foul galing kay Ping.
Bumibilis yung pace ng laro. No? Ito yung gusto ng Token Tex dito. They're on the line now because the pace is a lot faster and they want to push it that way all throughout.
Harvey, pagkakataong ibaba sa 4 ang hinahabol nila dito after being down by as much as 14 points. Habang sumisilip tayo sa ating clearman defensive play, starring dito, ayun, si Larry Ponasher, isang klarong-klarong depensa atin sa inyo ng clearman, zero dandruff. Imbis nga lang yung pangalawa para dito kay Harvey. Jonas Villanueva on the floor for the first time para dito sa BMEG Llamados. Yan ang mga paborito ko, Coach. Mga third quarter na may papasok na bago.
Tama. No? Importante dito yung contribution ng people off the bench. Kanina si Baroka, maganda ginawa, pero they're flying out. Jonas
as Dillinger gets away sa kabilang dulo. Nice pass coming from the Mighty Mouse. 54-51. Token Tex now within 3 points. Timeout muna tayo. Sa harap ng mahigit 13,000 tao dito sa loob ng Big Dome, ang Token Tex Tropang Texters have gone on an 11-6 run to open the third quarter. Kaya naman, 3 na lang ang hinahabol nila, 54-51. Mag-umargin po kasama si Coach Yeng Giao and the team Kenito Henson. BMEG in a crucial possession here. Villanueva, bagong pasok, pupunta kay Bowles. 5 to shoot para dito sa BMEG. Jonas, is he aware? They go to the alley-oop. Tatapal ng ring yung taktak doon ni Bowles. Ponasher sa kabilang dulo. Nakita si Dillinger. And the Daredevil is fouled on the way to the hole. 2 free throws parating para sa kanya.
Transition attack ng Token Tex. Ngayon, nakikita na natin yung full gear. They're trying to turn this into a high-scoring ball game.
At habang mag-free throw, etong si Dillinger, napansin natin kanina, tila nasaktan. Ito si Jason Castro, merong update dyan si Nico Ramos.
Nasaktan nga itong si Jason Castro pero inulit lang, inayos, hinigpitan ang pagka-tape sa kanyang paa ng training staff nitong Token Tex. And just like any other Token Tex player, tuwing nasasaktan, pag tinanong ko sila kung okay lang sila, ang sagot nila, I'm okay, it's the finals.
Magu.
Yan, sanay na itong Tropang Texters. Ano?
Oh, pati mga sagot nila, talagang mukhang
scripted
na.
Alam na nila eh. Kada dadating ka naman sa finals, Coach, hindi naman pwedeng wala kang hinihintay.
Siyempre, dapat. Pagka ganyan, talagang masakit ang mga katawan yan.
54-52, ito na ang pinakamalapit na nailapit ng Tropang Texters. BMEG taking heavy artillery mula dito sa TNT. Bowles, pumunta sila kay Jonas doon sa kabilang dulo.
Gotta put it up.
Ayun, napunta na naman ang 24 ang BMEG at yan na nga yung depensa netong Token Tex Tropang Texters.
Dalawang bagay dyan. Si Jared Dillinger, depensa niya against James Yap. At saka si Donel Harvey, talagang hinihigpitan niya ang depensa niya kay Denzel Bowles, who has been limited to 13 points way back in the second period.
At saka isang bagay din siguro, yung winasak na coaching board ni Coach Reyes kanina.
James Yap with a steal. Baroka to Villanueva. Tak on the follow-up. Coming in Denzel Bowles. Pero look at Token Tex. Ayaw nilang madala ng celebration ng BMEG. Binilisan nila yung takbo ng bola ron.
Ayaw nilang bumagal yung pace. They keep pushing the pace kahit na nakashoot na. Yan yung BMEG.
Ponasher inabot ng foul on the pass. Baroka ang pinituan doon.
Ito makita natin kung ano nangyari. Offensive rebound. Tak! Galing kay Denzel Bowles. And by the way, team foul situation. Nakaka-5 team fouls na ang BMEG ang Talking Tex. Isang foul. Wala pa sila rito.
Ranidel, backpedals kontra kay Ping. De Ocampo na muwersa, wala. At naputukan din ang 24. Etong tropang Texans. Wala nang 6 na minuto na tinira sa ikatlong yugto ng game number 1. It is still BMEG hanging on by 4 points, 56-52.
So far, itong Talking Tex has done a good job on James Yap. Talagang hindi nila napapaputok. Tapos itong si PJ Juntimon, meron man 4 na fouls. Kaya nasa bench siya ngayon. So, maganda ito para kay Coach Chong Reyes.
James Yap, ni pagtanggap ng bola, hirap na hirap no?
Tama, hindi pinapatanggap talaga. Complete denial sa kanya.
As we send it over to Cell for more on the BMEG Llamados.
Nagsipa na nga ang Timoy ng hangin dahil nagsisimula ng magalit si Coach Timcon at mukhang gusto niyang makipagtakbuhan sa players ng Talking Tex because he says that TNT has a quick lineup and if you let them see that, they're gonna kill them.
Makikipagsabayan, kaya ba ng BMEG?
Mahirap po yun, ha? Especially since some of the quick players of BMEG in foul trouble.
Outside jumper doesn't work para kay Larry. Napulot na lang ni Reyes yung bola doon. Bonasher launches a 3. Bang!
Baka may tawag kayo. It would be a 4-point play walking.
Talking Tex can tie it up only for the 4th time. Huli natin deadlock. Nasa 8-all. Pagkakataon ni Bonasher, itabla ang laban dito.
Alam mo, kahit hindi niya maitabla, let's say, mag-pintis to, pero madalang mag-pintis si Larry, yung momentum, nasa Talking Tex na, no? At naka-full court press na sila, ayaw nilang bumagal, ayaw nilang lumaylay ang laro na to.
8 puntos pa lang na-score ng BMEG dito sa ating 3rd quarter as we send it back down to Nico Ramos.
Bago after that big play nitong si Larry Bonasher, naalala ko yung sinabi niya sa akin before the game. Sabi ko, Larry, nung huli kayo nag-finals, ang ganda ng pinakita mo. Pinigil niya ako doon, sabi niya, it's not about individual performance, Nico. Ang importante, yung malaking trophy, hindi yung maliit. Bago.
Thank you, Nico. As Barroca scoots in. Oh, good. Tanda natin, ang Philippine Cup Finals MVP yan, ha? Si Larry Bonasher. As he launches another 3. Bulls, nagpunta rin sa dating Finals MVP na si Villanueva for San Miguel. James Young gets away. Nice speed coming from Brother Jonas.
Ito nakakuha sila ng steal off the inbound.
Barroca, no-look pass. As Bulls looks to touch it over to Ping. Pati si Ping nagulat doon.
Oo nga, naging tentative si Bulls. Mas malapit siya sa basket. Malayo si Ping. Dapat siya na yung tumira.
May pressure in the backcourt na i-apply dito. Si Mark Barroca. Castro now back on the floor. Kelly Williams sumabay pa ng pasok. Pinalitan si Ranidel at si Alapag. Italen Ribis naman ang adjustment ni Coach Timcon. Si Yap at si Ping ang pinalitan dito. Ital at Ribis. Harvey kontra Bowles. They go to Reyes for a 3. Ryan Reyes punches it through.
Ito na yung mga tres ng Talking Tex. The nice thing about Talking Tex, even if they're missing their 3-point shots, they will keep on taking them. Darating din yan, papasok din yan. Yan din naman ang pinusupihan nila.
Jonas Villanueva, natalbog sa kanyang tuhod yung bola. Coaching staff of BMEG pleading to the Llamados to settle down. Siya, ang hirap pagka tumatanggap kanyang katinding artillery galing sa kabila. Ang hirap pakalmahin ng mga bata.
At saka yung defensive pressure, iba na yung defensive pressure ng Talking Tex. Kailangan talaga uhugot ka doon sa experience mo.
Hindi pa natin talaga yung ihip ng hangin. No? From what we saw in the first half, low-scoring ball game, ito nakita natin, ang magandang pagkahan ng Talking Tex. They're looking for the open man inside. They're going to their bigs for the high percentage shots. And their offense is flowing.
After being held to 14 points ng first quarter, 26 to second quarter, 21 na ngayon ang ginagawa ng tropang Texters. Ang BMEG sa 10 pa lang dito sa third quarter. Barroca over the Bulls. He's got to go to work!
That's an emphatic slam coming from Denzel Bowles. Parang sinasabi ni Denzel Bowles, tama na, sobra na, ako na mga yun.
17 puntos na para dito kay Bowles. Sakto 3 minuto na titira sa ating third quarter. Castro kontra Baroka, bibigyan ng pick ni Ali. Castro against Bowles. Walang kaabog-abog ng tinirang yun. Ribis gets it over to Baroka. Natapikan ni Dabler. Buti na lang nandoon si Ribis para dito sa BMEG. Bilis talaga ng kamay nito ni Jason Castro. Baroka will reset with 11 to shoot. Bowles na naman ang kanilang pinalikan. The man mountain all over Denzel. At napituan na ng foul. Itong si Ali. Talk and Tex charged with his timeout. 61-60. Lamang ng isang tropa. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, 88-82. Talk and Tex, hindi pa rin sumusuko, hindi pa rin paawat dito. Down by 6 points. They need a 3 at this point of the game.
Well, no doubt. 11.1 seconds to go. 2-possession game. Malaking bagay din na na-miss ni Tigris yung kanyang free throw. That would have made it a 3-possession game.
Pero wala na rin timeout ng Talk and Tex. So they need a basket and they need to foul quick or even come up with a steal. BMEG looking to get just one more stop. Reyes over to Harvey. He launches a 3. Donnell misses. Orbistondo with a rebound. And the icing on the cake will not be put on. That'll do it. The BMEG Llamados will draw first blood dito sa Best of 7 Commissioners Cup Finals. 88-82 ang ating final score.
Alam mo, sagad na sagad. Yung depensa pinakita dito ng BMEG and BMC. Talk and Tex, in the games that they have lost so far in this conference, they've been limited to 82 points. And that's exactly where BMEG put Talk and Tex in this game. 82 points.
88-82 nga ang ating final score. PJ Simon ang napili na best player of this game. What a performance para sa kanya. 8 of his 18 points dun sa early parts ng fourth quarter.
Tama yun. Yung pagpasok niya doon sa fourth quarter, siya nagbigay ng momentum, ibinalik niya yung momentum dito sa BMEG. Umabol ang BMEG from the first half, 10-point lead, nakuha nila, pero ang pumatay doon sa time na yun, pagpasok niya ng fourth quarter, si Jun Simon.
At siya nga ang ating best player of the game, ang pride ng makilala, North Cotabato, PJ Simon.
PJ, big game para sa'yo. Na-foul trouble ka, 5 personal fouls, pero hindi mo inintindi yun. You finished the game.
Unang-una, gusto ko magpasalamat kay God. Sobrang binigyan niya talaga ako ng strength ngayon. I just wanna give this all the glory and praise to God. And yun nga, kahit na-foul trouble ako, hindi ko na lang inisip yun kasi finals na to eh. Baga, bibigay ko na lahat ng mga kaya ko para sa team.
Sa susunod na game, PJ, sa tingin mo, meron ba kayong gagawing adjustments sa next game ninyo?
Siguro, titingnan pa namin sa viewing yun kung anong adjustment na gagawin namin. Pero siguro ngayon, mas yung adjustment is nasa kabilang team.
Maganda kasi idinipensa nyo, no? Naging low-scoring ball game itong laro na to, na yun talaga ang kailangan para talunin yung Talk and Tex.
Yes, Coach. Yun nga talaga yung nagpanalo sa amin ngayon, yung defense namin. Kasi kung hopefully ma-hold namin sila ng 80 or 80 points, so ngayon 82 sila, so nang laki ng chance na nanalo kami, kaya nanalo kami tonight.
PJ, dun sa third quarter, mukhang lumamang dun ang Talk and Tex. Bumilis ang laro. Parang sinabayan nyo, no? Parang wala yata sa game plan ninyo yung sasabayan nyo ang Talk and Tex sa takbuhan.
Yun nga, pagsasabayan talaga namin sila sa takbuhan, talagang mahirapan talaga kami. Kaya dapat pipiliin namin yung opportunity na kailan kami tatakbo at saka kailan kami magsiset.
Yung import nyo, si Denzel Bowles, ha? Nakita naman natin, ang dami niyang ginawa, depensa, opensa. Tama-tama ba yung galaw at saka yung mood ni Denzel Bowles sa team ninyo? Fit na fit ba siya?
Fit na fit talaga si Denzel sa amin. Kasi kailangan talaga namin yung import na mag-i-score, mag-defense, at saka magre-rebound. So, sobrang laking bagay si Denzel sa amin.
PJ, ito na ang pagkakataon mo. Imbitahan ng buong BMEG Planet Game number 2 ngayon darating na Miyerkules.
Sa lahat ng BMEG Planet, sana supportahan niyo pa rin kami sa Wednesday. Kita-kita tayo ulit dito sa Araneta. And maraming salamat sa family ko. And sa mga kababayan ko sa Makilala North Cotabato, maraming salamat sa inyo. 97 Bats, Notre Dame, thank you very much for supporting nyo.
Congratulations once again. A second tournament personal best para kay PJ Simon, 18 points. dito sa larong ito. Congratulations once again. Pero bago natin pagpatuloy ang ating kwentuhan, dumiretso na tayo into the press room. Nanda doon si Coach Tinko.